give you a pass.
You know, you mock, but you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
You're not going anywhere.
How can you be so sure?
Take off your jacket.
I really don't think this is the time.
Take off your jacket. Okay, now take another selfie.
How?
The zipper on your chest pocket, it was catching the light, causing a flare.
I'm not marked for death.
You sound disappointed there.
Are you kidding? I'm thrilled. Let's celebrate. Naked Twister.
Actually, I had something else in mind.
We really could have done movie night at my place.
No, we need to get rid of some of the bad vibes in here.
So, what are we watching? Rom-com? Action comedy?
Horror.
You're kidding.
No. Oh, come on. We just survived the Axeman. A little Freddy Jason action will be cathartic.
All right, but if I can't sleep tonight, I'm kicking your ass in the morning.
In your dreams.
Really?
Run. Yep.
That was genius. Now can we play Naked Twister?
Ryan Gosling on a new Kimmel later tonight.
Kate Beckett is going to be dead by the end of the night, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Next Monday, the conspiracy they've relentlessly pursued closes in for the kill.
Castle, this is a trap.
Help me find the truth now.
There's no reason this has to end in tragedy.
Everything ends in tragedy, even an epic love story like yours.
I love you.
I love you too.
The season finale of Castle, next Monday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Just ahead, replacing the old psych center with a hotel and apartments, how long it would take and how neighbors are reacting.
And dealing with obesity, the most successful and lasting treatment.
And it could get frosty cold tonight. We're going to show you how low the temperature is going to go. It's coming up.
Good Day Rochester, weekdays on 13 Wham ABC and Fox Rochester.
What are you waiting for? The outdoor living event is going on now at Clover.
Get incredible savings on hundreds of new 2016 model above ground pools from only $12.99, and installation is only $199. Get an in-ground pool at an above ground price with radiant pools from $99.97 in a hillside or on a slope. The industry's most energy efficient pools go nearly anywhere.
Plus, get 18 months special financing during the outdoor living event only at the Clover Home Store.
Here's a do-it-yourselfer putting in a new window. Gotta measure. Whoops! Oh! That hurts. Guess she was right. Should have called Comfort. Don't do it yourself. Instead, get the job done right with Comfort, and you'll save 25% off with 0% financing. Put the Comfort pros to work for your project today. You're watching 13 Wham ABC. And this is 13 Wham News at 11.
All new at 11, changes announced tonight on a new plan for a towering eyesore that's been vacant for decades. Good evening. It's hard to miss, even from far away. The former psychiatric center on Elmwood Avenue.
13 Wham's Jim Medalinsky is live with changes made to a plan for that long, empty building. Jim?
You know, one nice thing about having an abandoned 17-story building in your neighborhood, no traffic. Still, some neighbors in this area are concerned that could change drastically with this new development that would bring more than 300 apartments and a hotel to this space. Maria Coles has lived on Azalea Road across from the old psychiatric center for 5 years. Right now, her road hardly sees any traffic.
There is nothing that takes people down Azalea unless they live on Azalea.
Coles and some other neighbors are worried about a proposed development that would tear down the old psychiatric center and replace it with hundreds of apartments, a hotel, and some commercial space.
What appears to be the main entrance to this new development is right across the street from Azalea.
I use Goodman Street a lot, and so I'm concerned with how much of that is going to funnel to 490, which is the closest major interstate.
Neighbors first voiced their concerns about the project in December. On Tuesday, in front of nearly 100 people, Ralph DiTucci from Morgan Management says they listened and even made some changes.
We've been coordinating with the city engineering department, traffic engineering specifically, in terms of making additional connections to Science Parkway, as well as connecting with a cross-access easement through the Brickstone property, too.
The proposed development covers 28 acres, 17 in Rochester and 11 in Brighton. If approved, the first step would be tearing down the building that's sat empty for the last 20 years. That's no easy task, though.
It needs to be abated. It's got quite a bit of asbestos and other hazardous materials in it. So once we've abated it, then we'll be taking it down.
Once the building is torn down, DiTucci says it could take 5 to 6 years for the project to be completed. The next step is to get the area rezoned and approved by both the city of Rochester and the town of Brighton. The developer tells me there's no timetable on when that could happen, but he did say they are hoping to start the abatement process at the psychiatric center to help get rid of some of that asbestos by the end of the year. We're live in Rochester tonight. Jim Madalinsky, 13 WHAM News.
Well, a third grader from Rush Henrietta Schools is being treated for bacterial meningitis, a potentially deadly infection. The 8-year-old attends Monica Leary's school and is now at the Golisano Children's Hospital. The rare condition can be spread through personal contact, like sharing a drink, and it can quickly hit the brain and nervous system.
The illness of itself is very, very serious. The more serious cases of bacterial meningitis are in about the thousands throughout the year, throughout the country. But this is something that carries a risk of death with it.
The health department is treating staff and students at the school with antibiotics as a precaution.
A new development tonight in a school proposal that raised a lot of concerns in Pittsford. We recently reported on a plan for school days to possibly start earlier in the middle and high schools. Many parents and students objected. Tonight, the district tells 13 WHAM they are no longer pursuing this option and will continue to study the schedule.
Happening now, deadly and destructive weather has struck again, this time in Oklahoma. A scene of devastation tonight where a tornado killed at least 2 people and ripped homes to pieces. This is the latest wave of severe storms striking the large section of the country. More than a dozen twisters were reported over the weekend as far west as Colorado.
And a weather alert back here, a spring frost advisory for all of western New York. Glenn is here now to tell us how the temps might be impacting that frost alert tonight. Glenn, what about the plants?
Yeah, Ginny, well, the issue here is that we have all the right conditions for the temperature to drop, and it's already doing so. Take a look at the latest readings, and you can see we are dropping to the on the west side here. Scottsville at 43, Avon at 45, Livonia at 41. And go in for a closer look here. And look at Livonia. They're already down to, I should say, Walworth is already down to 39 degrees. Victor at 38 degrees. So there is going to be some patchy frost, and we do have a frost advisory in effect, and that will be until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, once the sun comes up, it starts to warm up very rapidly again. So we're going to start out in the 40s. By midday, we should be into the upper 50s. And this is going to be a winter. The high temperature up around 64 degrees. So the temperature is heading in the right direction, but can we keep it going for the weekend? There's some issues there. We'll show you that coming up.
All right, Glenn. City of Rochester Finance Director Charles Benincasa will avoid jail time after admitting to DWI charges. A judge sentenced him to a conditional discharge. When arrested back in March, court papers showed he had a Jack Daniels bottle in his car and refused a breathalyzer. He had to surrender his driver's license, but will keep his job with the city. Violence at the Lilac Festival this weekend could prompt some changes.
10 people were arrested when a fight broke out on Saturday. Mayor Warren is asking the county to consider requiring teens under the age of 18 to be accompanied by a parent at the festival.
We want them to come and be able to have a good time and be able to enjoy the music, enjoy the lilacs, enjoy the festival like everyone else. And if the parents want them to do that, then they need to bring them and to stay there with them.
Some of those videos, what I saw was some kids starting to wheelhouse with each other, and security was right on top of it, and that's how it's supposed to work.
Stubbs says he has a lot of questions about the mayor's proposal, and discussions are planned.
New developments today in the race for the White House. House Speaker Paul Ryan says if Donald Trump asked him to, he would step aside as chair of the Republican convention this summer. This comes days after Ryan said he wasn't yet ready to support Trump. The two are scheduled to meet this week. Meanwhile, former candidate Marco Rubio says he does not want to be considered as a possible vice presidential running mate for Trump. And fellow former candidate Chris Christie, New Jersey governor, has now been hired to lead Trump's transition team should Trump be elected in November. Happening now, the battle is heating up over North Carolina's controversial bathroom law.
Today, the Justice Department announced it is suing the state over the law that bans transgender people from using the bathroom of the gender for which they identify.
They created state-sponsored discrimination against transgender individuals who simply seek to engage in the most private of functions in a place of safety and security, a right taken for granted by most of us.
Today's announcement is a countersuit as the state previously accused the federal government of a radical reinterpretation of the Civil Rights Act and called the approach baseless.
Well, also tonight, your favorite restaurant could be cooking up some big changes because of a new law back here. Don't be surprised if you notice something different on your bill next time.
It all has to do with the $15 minimum wage. 13 Wham's Jennifer Lee has more on what else could be in the mix.
Yeah, Don, Ginny, I spoke with the president of New York's Restaurant Association. She came all the way from Albany, and she says restaurants across the state are experimenting to find a way to cut their costs. Restaurant owners are feeling the heat of New York's increasing minimum wage. Anthony Valerio supports the wage increases.
I think if people make more money, they spend more money, and that affects the work that I'm in. So it helps everyone out.
It could also affect portion sizes. Some owners are compensating costs by how much is served at the table.
Maybe they're cutting out your side salad that used to be complimentary and now they're charging you for it. Maybe you're getting an ounce or two less than you would have previously for the same price.
We know of at least 2 local restaurants experimenting with service charges. For example, charging an extra 2% for each menu item.
Certainly the service charge hopefully is disclosed to them when they go to sit down, and that they know before their bill is presented to them.
Another solution to rising costs, consolidating.
We've heard a couple restaurants have eliminated the busboy positions and are having the wait staff bus their own tables.
Business owner Dimitri Stoyano says he understands how wages can impact restaurants.
Increasing prices, you got to expect it, and it is what it is. If they don't increase, then I don't know how you're gonna stay. How keep up with the payroll.
Right now, minimum wage is $9. In our area, it's set to increase 70 cents a year until 2020. And when that wage will finally reach $15 in the Rochester area is still undetermined. Ginny?
All right, thank you, Jen. A quick programming note now. We've been getting a lot of calls from DirecTV customers due to a technical problem at DirecTV. Local stations are not currently available for DirecTV customers. We want you to know that DirecTV is aware of this problem and is working to fix it.
It's the end of an era for our Western New York military base. Today marked the final deployment for several C-130 planes at the Niagara Falls Air Reserve Station. That fleet has been at the base for more than 40 years. The Niagara Falls unit is now switching solely to its refueling wing planes. Renowned RIT President Bill Dessler retiring at the end of the next school year, 2017. Taking all of his banjos with him, I suspect. He's been at RIT for 9 years, and he says it's been the most fulfilling of his career. The school is conducting a nationwide search for his replacement. You see his wife there. They released their announcement today in a joint video.
And still ahead, new pictures showing what happened when President George W. Bush learned of the attacks on 9/11.
Well, it's a local discussion on the Zika virus tonight. Some advice as summer approaches.
And dealing with obesity, the most lasting and successful treatment.
13 Wham News, brought to you by Connors and Ferris.
Extravagant patios, water gardens and ponds, outdoor fireplaces,
Imagine them outside your home. We're Northern Stone and Design Center of Fairport, the largest outdoor display in Western New York, the area's premier dealer for Belgard. Don't miss our grand open house on Saturday, May 14th, and get 10% off any Belgard purchase. Call or visit Northern Stone and Design Center today, Pittsford, Palmyra Road, Fairport. It's time you built a new private corner of your world.
Mr. Lover, now Mr. Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic, touch me on me back, she says
You live life your way.
smooth.
We can help you retire your way, too. Financial guidance while you're mastering life. From Chase, so you can.
No take me thin, no pill.
Trust in Trinity Home Renovations. Call 222-ROOF today.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, tonight after 13 Wham News at 11.
Paul, remember how Mommy used to wait a long time on hold with Time Warner Cable? Now, they call Mommy back when it's convenient for her. What did you just learn, Paul?
If Time Warner Cable can change, then so can I.
Now eat your vegetables.
Changing for good. Time Warner Cable.
Nobody beats Cortez. A better experience, always a great price, and the highest value possible for your trade.
Finally, a home improvement company that cares.
When you hear the words to that song, it's how we feel about our customers. We do care about the quality you'll receive from our craftsmen, and you'll always receive our personal guarantee.
Take a look at these tonight. Never before seen photographs from September 11th, 2001, showing President George W. Bush first learning of the attacks and how he responded while gathering information. He was, as you may remember, at the elementary school in Florida that day. There are also images of the president on Air Force One watching the destruction unfold, as many of us did on live television.
An alert for parents or anyone taking care of babies. A new study shows swaddling could affect the risk for sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS. Researchers say swaddled babies placed on their sides or stomachs are twice as likely to die from SIDS. It's believed overheating could be a factor. The risk is reduced for babies who sleep on their backs.
Now to a national epidemic affecting more than 1/3 of all adults in this country.
I got up to 412 pounds. It was the biggest I've ever been. Definitely hit my wall and realized that this is ridiculous.
And for many, even after the weight is gone, the struggle is to keep it off. That's just as tough.
A recent study showed most contestants on The Biggest Loser regained the weight they lost, some of them even more pounds than before. As 13 Wham's Amy Hudak explains, doctors say the most successful and lasting treatment is surgery.
Lori McClure and Ramona Moore have struggled with their weight their entire lives.
I was convinced myself that this is it and we're done. I'm not gonna, I've accepted myself as a 400-pound person and nothing I can do about it.
I have always been obese, always. Food had a lot to do with comfort, and it was the way love was shown.
But the two are at very different places in their weight loss journeys.
This was before I started, and this was my favorite sweater.
Lori had gastric bypass in January. She's lost 121 pounds.
I've lost a person.
Ramona is in the months-long process of getting ready for her bariatric surgery. Both say they've put it off for years.
I always came to the conclusion it was cheating, it was doing it the easy way.
Surgery, it's because you don't have willpower, because you're lazy.
Highland Hospital bariatric surgeon Dr. O'Malley says morbid obesity is a disease that cannot be cured, only treated through surgery.
I've had patients who've lost 300 pounds, 100 pounds at a time, 3 different times in their lives.
He says it's nearly impossible for the morbidly obese to lose weight and sustain the loss on their own. Lori says a conversation with her daughter made surgery the only option.
She said, you know, I want you around. So I was like, okay. So that was kind of a big hit the wall moment for me.
Ramona, a self-professed food addict, says like an alcoholic or drug user, she requires treatment.
When my daughter got married, I said to myself, I'm going to have one piece of wedding cake. That's it. Well, she was married 7 years ago. I haven't stopped eating cake since then.
After surgery, her stomach will be the size of an egg. If she overeats, she'll suffer from severe consequences.
I really want to be getting around and going places and doing things.
For both, it's no longer what they can't do, rather what they can.
And we are able to change the way people live their lives and enjoy their lives and enjoy their health.
One day it just clicks. You realize what's important and what isn't. I have a list of things that I'm going to do. Last August, I'm 412 pounds. This August, we're going to do a 5K together. You smile because you are truly proud of yourself and the person you fought to become.
In Rochester, Amy Hudak, 13 WHAM News.
Ramona will have her surgery in the coming months once she has completed the required mental health counseling and nutritional plans. Next up on Lori's list, riding a bike and being able to sit in a movie theater seat.
You know, it's amazing how our weather can vary from year to year. This date, 1 year ago in Rochester, we had a high temperature of 92 degrees. This year, nowhere near that, right? We stayed in the 50s. The high temperature today was 57 degrees. That was about it. And you can see on the HD Wham Cam, we actually have mainly clear skies, and our temperature is settled now into the mid-40s. Very dry atmosphere. The winds are very light, so it's really good ingredients for the temperature to drop. Now, we have mainly clear skies. You can actually see what appears to be lots of clouds. This is really just high cirrus clouds, that very thin kind of cloud layer. Not going to have much of an impact on our weather here. This is having more of an impact. Look at all of these clouds and these showers through the Ohio Valley. Not that far away from Rochester, but a lot of this wet weather is going to stay to the south of Rochester, at least for now. Take a look at the neighborhood forecast. We start out in the upper 40s to near 50. We think by lunchtime we're nearing 60. We're probably going to be up around 64 degrees for the high temperature. And you know the one exception, right? This time of the year with the northeast wind, with the exception of the lakeshore, right? It's going to be a little bit cooler, temperature only in the 50s there. So watch as we go through time. Now, this high pressure system, almost like a wall of dry air, is just going to hold a lot of this moisture back, not quite making it into Rochester until the weekend. And that's where we get some changes in terms of some of this wet weather. So you can see, at least initially, the wet weather's down towards Pittsburgh and points south, but it's going to be a change in the weather pattern, and it's just not going to be good timing for this weekend. Watch, we go from the ridge to what we call a trough. And when we see this kind of scenario as we go into Saturday and Sunday, we know it's going to be cooler, it's going to be unsettled, and we have a better chance, obviously, of getting some rain. So here's a look at our weather forecast for tonight. We're down to about 34 degrees, but we think we're going to get some patchy frost. That's why we get that frost advisory in effect. And even though the temperature's above freezing, at the surface of the earth, it gets down below freezing. So you get some of that frost. If you got some of those potted plants, you want to bring them inside. We start out at about 48 degrees for the morning. Lots of sunshine. Should be a terrific afternoon. The high near 64. And you can see the dry weather and the warmer weather continues into Wednesday, Thursday. The warmest day is going to be Thursday, up to 75. And then we get into the rain showers. That's going to be our transition day on Friday, maybe some thunder. And you can see how it cools off once we get to Saturday and Sunday. Hit and miss showers. Not that it's going to be a washout. I think we'll get some breaks of sunshine from time to time, but it is going to be much cooler for the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Glenn.
Well, the Zika virus and its link to birth defects has been raising concerns, especially as we enter the summer mosquito season. They were addressed, those concerns, at a public forum tonight hosted by the U of R Medical Center. Discussion included concerns about a potential outbreak in our region.
The mosquito doesn't support these low temperatures during the winter, so we don't find the mosquito in the Monroe County. So we do not expect this virus to be transmitted in this area by this mosquito.
Experts warn travelers, especially pregnant women, to use precautionary measures against mosquitoes in warmer climates. Some winning lottery numbers for you tonight, and pay close attention here. Midday daily is 409. The win for is 1420. No mistake here. The daily evening number is 000, and the win for is 0689. Now your Take 5 numbers for a Monday.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Serrano. Welcome to Monday, May 9th's Take 5 drawing, being observed by KPMG. Tonight's winning Take 5 numbers are 19, 6, 38, 36, and 8. Tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot, $150 million. Good night.
Mike Carolina next with sports.
A controversial new Yankees player made his debut tonight. How he did with Mike.
13 Wham News. Makeup provided by MAC.
Jim Salmon here to tell you about Vecton Value. Vecton is your value leader when it comes to quality home improvements. Call Vecton today at 248-3240.
Are you tired of waking up tired? Your mattress isn't allowing you to sleep deeply and wake refreshed. Visit City Mattress today, where there's a sale on over 80 mattress comforts, guaranteed to have you sleeping better, longer. Only at City Mattress.
I know I'm late, but I was with Robbie. He took me to Finger Lakes. Sharon? Come on in.
When you play with us, you'll feel like the big cheese. New members receive $20 free play instantly. Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. You're awesome. Yeah, you.
Which proposed a bicameral.
Boring. Come on, people. Let's debate something that actually matters. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Challenger, Charger. 305 horsepower, 300 horsepower. That super efficient 8-speed tranny helps you get up to 30 mpg and 31 mpg highway. Win, win. Debate's over. Get you some of that.
During 10 days to deal, get $500 bonus cash on the 2016 Dodge Charger and Challenger. Hurry, offer ends May 16th.
Do you need cash?
Ridgecoin at East Ridge and Culver.
For over 40 years, Ridgecoin has been buying your diamonds, coins, gold, silver, jewelry, and watches. We buy it all, from one antique to the whole estate. Take out the middleman. Head to Ridgecoin, East Ridge and Culver.
You're thinking big, and your company's more connected. More ways, more places, more devices. That's why Frontier Business Edge is thinking big about you. For data, video, voice, and cloud solutions on an advanced fiber network built for today and tomorrow. With experts and equipment to customize solutions end to end and 24/7 tech support. Frontier Business Edge. Call 1-888-FRONTIER. Make your big move today and talk to a specialist now.
13 Wham News. Edward R. Murrow Award winner for breaking news coverage. Now, 13 Wham Sports, driven by Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
All right, the Red Wings manager is Mike Quade, and he knows it. Life in AAA baseball means when the Major League team needs help, they come to you. That's how 12 Red Wings have already gotten their shot in Minnesota this year. But the current Red Wings have been able to hang right around the 500 mark as they started a 7-game homestand tonight, and Spikes and company ready for the Gwinnett Braves in this one. Wings early on, bases loaded, Buck Britton base hit, getting the job done. Single brings in 2. It's 2-0 Rochester, but in the top of the 4th, 2 on for the Braves. Ryan Lavarnway, he goes to left center field, hitting it to the gap. Bounces near the Joe Altobelli sign, brings in 2. It's 2-2. We're tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th inning. Look at Byron Buxton. Man's got speed. He's playing well. Down from the Twins. He's going to beat that out. Wings take the lead. They tack on a couple of more, and the Red Wings win it tonight. The final score, 6-3. In the majors, the last place Yankees welcome in the defending champs tonight. The Kansas City Royals coming to the Bronx to start a series tonight, and the Yanks decided, you know what, we're going to hit the ball. Carlos Beltran takes this one out. The Yankees' second home run of the game at this point. They led it by a score of 2-1, and then later it's Brett Gardner taking this one out for the home run, making it 3-1. You see a pattern forming here. Later, former Red Wing Aaron Hicks, solo shot. Beltran would also hit another one. Yanks hit 5 homers, built a 5-1 lead. Enter Aroldis Chapman, his first game with the Yankees. Now, this guy served a 30-game suspension after a domestic violence altercation in the offseason. Chapman is with the Yankees now. He throws over 100 miles an hour. He got 2 strikeouts in the 9th. The Yankees got the win tonight, the final 6-2. How about the Red Sox and the A's tonight? Jackie Bradley Jr. base hit up the middle, bringing in 2. Red Sox would tie the game up at 4. Then with the score 5-4, Big Papi, is this one going to hit the Green Monster? Listen. Yeah, it did. Off the wall. Brings in a run to make it 7-4. And then Brock Holt connects. Home run to right field. All Red Sox in this one over the A's. Hey, some TV news that impacts the NFL we thought we'd share. Mike Tirico no longer at the network. He's moved to NBC. So the new voice of Monday Night Football, Sean McDonough. Also, the ESPN pregame show now losing 2 former NFL stars. Ray Lewis, who added virtually nothing, is gone, and so is Chris Carter. And it looks like Randy Moss will be on their countdown show this year. NHL tonight, you remember Lindy Ruff, former Sabres coach. He and his Dallas Stars in action tonight against St. Louis, trying to get the series even, and they're off the steal. The goal by Matthias Janmark to make it 1-0, and then it's Vernon Fiddler in the right place, right time to score. They built a 3-0 lead. And they went on to win it tonight to force a Game 7, the final score 3-2. And that is sports.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Just ahead, a Hollywood breakup. Who's accused of cheating with the hairstylist?
And plenty of music in the air at the Eastman Theater tonight, but it wasn't the RPO on stage.
Tomorrow morning on Good Day Rochester, the ex-wife of the D.C. sniper will join us in studio ahead of her visit to the Willow Domestic Violence Center. We'll hear what Mildred Muhammad has to say.
Tomorrow on Good Day Rochester. All local, all morning.
What are you waiting for? The outdoor living event is going on now at Clover. 5-piece cast aluminum sets, not $20.99, now only $10.99. Get the special factory purchase 4-piece wicker group, including 2 lounge chairs, love seat, and coffee table, not $16.99, now blowout priced at $9.99. Choose from 20 fire pits starting at just $7.99. Plus, get 18 months special financing during the outdoor living event, only at the Clover Home Store.
People often ask me, they're like, Jim, your dad brand's so strong. What can I do? The most important thing I've taught my children is that they have to do things themselves. I don't want my kids to be part of this lazy culture that doesn't do things. That's why I bring them out here and I beat them at tennis. Probably the best gift I could give my children is to have them lose to me. That's what a dad brand's about.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica.
All signs point to an early spring, so it's time to lock in your preseason pricing with Quality Homes of Rochester and get a complete new roof for as little as $49.90. Vinyl siding starts at $59.90. A house full of vinyl replacement windows as low as $41.90. Quality Homes can reno a kitchen or bathroom, put up an addition, or finish your basement. Low monthly payment and finance options available. Ken McClure and his team want to get your spring home improvement job booked today. So call Quality Homes of Rochester now for preseason pricing. 429-5400, qualityhomesrochester.com.
Here's a do-it-yourselfer putting in a new window. Gotta measure. Whoops! Oh! That hurts. Guess she was right. Should have called Comfort. Don't do it yourself. Instead, get the job done right with Comfort, and you'll save 25% off with 0% financing. Put the Comfort pros to work for your project today.
The Ram 1500 delivers an uncompromising combination of power and efficiency. So what does that mean? It means a Ram 1500 just ended the debate between power and efficiency. The Ram 1500 is the most fuel-efficient full-size pickup ever.
During 10 days to deal, get an additional $500 bonus cash on the 2016 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Offer ends May 16th.
And this just in now from Hollywood. It looks like one of rock and roll's long-standing couples is heading for Splitsville. Reports swirling that Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne could be separating, and sources say the couple agreed that Ozzy will move out after reports he cheated on Sharon with the hairstylist. They've been married for 33 years and have 3 children.
Thank you, Don, for that breaking news from Hollywood. On a much lighter note, more worthy note, Rochester City School students filled the air with music tonight. They took part in the 2016 district-wide concert at the Eastman Theater. Some 400 students taking part, showcasing their musical talents. They do this once every 3 years.
Last time this sexy beast came to Kimmel, this happened.
Happens all the time, I'm sure. Even some of the guys are hooting and howling.
Tonight, Ryan Gosling is back, along with animal expert Dave Salmoni, and a new music mashup. New Kimmel tonight on ABC.
13 Wham News is brought to you by Isaac Heating and Air Conditioning.
What famous American has covered more territory than any other? Hint, it's not a person. Celebrate 75 years of endless adventure today at the Jeep Drive and Discover event. One drive and you'll discover why Jeep is the most awarded best-selling SUV brand. During 10 days to deal, get an additional $500 bonus cash on the 2016 Jeep Renegade Latitude. Hurry, offer ends May 16th.
Your cheeseburger, I love your root beer. I want it all to be mine.
One day, a rider made a decision to ride on and save money by switching his motorcycle insurance to Geico. There's no shame in saving money. Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
Before heading out on the open road, it's a good idea to take a motorcycle safety course. You'll learn the basics and strategies to help you avoid trouble and stay safe. Protect yourself with motorcycle insurance from Geico. Visit geico.com for more safety tips and to get a free rate quote.
Luxury comes standard at Cortez Lincoln. From the moment you walk through the door, you know that quality and integrity is at the heart of what we do. From sales to service, our goal is to ensure your experience is comfortable and exceptional in our state-of-the-art facility. Come see affordable American luxury at Cortez Lincoln.
Well, we got a good-looking day tomorrow on the bus stop, starting out in the 40s, but by the afternoon, we should be into the mid-60s, a little cooler, of course, near the lake.
All right, Red Wings win tonight. They're back home tomorrow.
Jimmy Kimmel is coming up next.
Thanks for watching. Good night.